Welcome back, everyone, to Pineleaf on Board, where today we are going to be starting a random New Age expedition. We are going to be running a standard 4 length one. We're going to turn off big pockets, just use the custom mode this time instead of the starting narrative one. And let's then head out and begin an expedition. Less than 1 day's journey from New Gravehold, you encounter a threat. Yeah, that's all it says at the beginning. Nameless. This close to sea must be stopped. So it's a very, very generic title that they give here. So let's see if I can come up with a better story that's in here. It looks like we've got Brahma, Phydraxa, Rhea, and Tokrin. Hmm. That's quite a combination going out there because Brahma, of course, is the head of the council. So what's going to bring her out into this area at this time? Okay, Rhea we know is from the New Age, and Tokrin also. Phydraxa is from the original set. I'm wondering if this could be perhaps some sort of ambassadorial, maybe expedition, where the four of them are heading out to meet with Azure, because some of these mages don't know too much about Azure, because Azure is some group that's introduced in Outcasts in there, and I presume that maybe Brahma is the expedition there so they could learn about Azure and find out what they're like, because Azure is not one of the colonies of Gravehold. Instead, they've been around and on the surface for generations and all of that. So let that be a little story on there of a possibility of something that's going on. Now let's see what we've got here. We have an exogranite, which is that's a decent one that we could early and mid game. It could be a useful thing to gain some extra ether, and then near the end maybe we could just destroy it for when we need that big boost of ether. Recurring Jasper, alright, coming back onto the top of the deck, possibly. Vanishing Topaz. Hmm. You place a card in your hand on top of your deck. I'm not too keen on that one particularly. Link Conduit. Oh, yeah, actually, that could be a nice thing perhaps to get. Well of Energy, Grave. Well, something that gains life could be useful, but it's very, very expensive. Both of the relics are. Ignite. Okay, now like getting a charge that could prove to be useful. That's our cheapest spell because all the rest of them are super expensive. So that's probably what we're going to have to rely on, even though it only does 2 damage. We'll probably see if we can get Deluge of Power up so that we can at least get some decent spells here. But our spells are exceedingly expensive. We're going to have to replace some spells maybe after the first fight. We are playing Rageborn here. Now somebody challenged me to try something at expert mode. So I am going to try this at expert mode just to see how it goes. If I lose it on the first attempt, then on the second attempt, I am going to drop it down. I think that's going to be how I'm going to work on expeditions. If I'm running into a wall in there, I'm going to drop down the difficulty until I'm able to get through here. Now, as for what we do for mages, I'm going to assume that Brahma and Phydraxa, they're the dignitaries here, and that Rhea and Tarquin, they are the escort in order to handle all the nameless that they may run into on the course of heading over into Azure. So Rhea and Tarquin then are going to be the first ones into the battle in there. We're going to see how they fight in there. And if they get knocked out or something like this, then Brahma and Phydraxa will be ready to step in for the second attempt in there. So these two are going to go into Expert, and let's see how it goes. Now, Expert, what does this do? Each mage starts with 10, Gravehold starts with 30, which is standard. Nemesis increased difficulty rules are years. So let's make sure we understand what Rageborn does. Rageborn gains 1 Fury token at the beginning. After Rageborn strikes, it loses 1 Fury token instead of 3. So that means Rageborn is going to strike many more times. We have to we hope, have not as many unleashes around, because if we have a great number of unleashes, we are going to be very quickly ripped into pieces. I don't see this going well, but we shall see. Sometimes the story goes into a bit of a challenge. I guess they're ambushed by Rageborn as they're going on. They thought everything was going to be quiet, and Rageborn said, a perfect time to come after Brahma when she is not protected. And so now we have Rhea and Tarquin in order to help them. Now, who is it? See, we've got Rhea here. I think. Oh, yes, Rhea is the Relics Master, so I guess she'll be our support character here. Let's see, we've got here 1, 2, 3. What do we get for this? We get gain 1, gain an additional 2 that can be only used to gain a relic. Well, we could actually get a link conduit in theory, except I don't want to be leaving a spark out here. So I am going to, we're going to focus that, throw that in. Guess we're just going to, really can't do anything with this, so I am just going to have to charge that up and just start that way. Let's see, what do we start? That's not exactly what I call the swiftest start to something, but that's what we've got here. Now he at least can just put something, and he's going to be our spell person. I guess he'll get an ignite. Our, alright, let's just, actually, what does this do? This deals 1 damage or any ally draws a card. Ew. That actually may be useful for her. Actually, I think she is going to... Alright, I'm going to have her draw a card so that she will have the ability to get one of those expensive relics next turn. Alright, I think that'll work. And what can he do? Actually, we are going to be getting smashed by Rageborn probably at some time soon, if this is what's going to happen. Let's start out by starting to open up our... Oh, that's right, this is some extra life to Gravehold. Is it Rageborn? Oh, what a start! The player with the most open breaches suffers 3 damage. Ouch! Discard 3 cards in hand. Power 2 unleash. Wonderful. Well, I'm not going to discard 3 cards from hand because I think we want to have all, so we can have up to 8. Either extra life or a link conduit. Well, let's say Gravehold gains 2 life, especially if we've got this Fury coming out a little bit extra. We will start with one of those. And we get to go again. Now this time around, we got a Well of Energy already? Okay, fine. Right now, I guess any ally, yeah, okay, any ally gains a life. Play the gems. Oh well, not the most economical way to do that. I don't think I'm quite efficient enough in order to win at the advanced setting in there. At least that's the impression that I'm getting on some things in here. Planar pockets, let's see. Discard 3 cards in hand. I think I'm going to have to do that now. I'm pretty sure Rageborn is going to go pretty quickly on that. She's the support character, so she's the one who really should be doing this. So I'll just put in a charge, and that'll be it. There you go. Tarquin, can you save us? Well, let's see. He's got that ignite spell in there. Let's... Let's get some. So we are going to probably have to get some spell out of here soon. Spend 6. Unleash twice. Well, that sounds like something that Rhea is going to have to do. Let's see. We've got Ignite. Right. And we could park the Spark. Just finish casting. Put that into there. And now let's start getting some spells, because that's what we're going to be needing. So it's going to have to be another Ignite, though, until we could... We may have to get ourselves a gem if we're going to get any better spells, unfortunately. Not the most efficient way to do things. Let's see, put top of your hand, spell. Oh, if the top card of your hand is a spell, you may place this gem on top of your deck. Well, we'll have to see on that at some point. But I think I am going to need something to help with that. Unleash. If there are 2 Nemesis cards in turn order deck, unleash 2 additional times. Wonderful. Well, that's going to start kicking off soon. I can feel it already. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, perhaps I bought the Well of Energy a little bit early in here. See, I need to get 6, right? Well, any player, obviously, since... And let's see. We are going to need... Because it's time to get a gem for her, because she's the one who's going to be needing it the most anyway. Yeah, that goes off. Unleash. Any player suffers 3 damage and draws a card. Oh, good grief. Yep. And that's why... Player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage. Yay! And you're going to go off for the next 2 turns also, because it's only going down by 1 HP. Yes. Rageborn has a really, really nasty extra difficulty setting, I think. Of course, maybe they're all nasty. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. But a link conduit is going to be pretty useless at this point. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, and head on top of your deck. If you do gain an additional 2. I think I am just going to have to... I really don't want to get a relic right now. That's the problem. Rhea isn't exactly one of my favorite. Probably not a good one for me to really experiment with going for extra difficulty, simply because I don't have as strong a link with Rhea as some of the others. Alright, and gift of energy. Any ally draws a card. What do you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I don't think she's in great need of drawing a card at the moment. So I am going to go with 1 damage. And we only have the ignite there, so we'll just do that. And start focusing this, because we're going to need at some point +1 Grave of Life on cast. Well, Gravehold's at 30 right now. That's not exactly the greatest reach to have to be focusing on right now, so to speak, but the fact that I have exactly... Maybe I should have just fought another spell. Provoker. Gravehold suffers damage equal to the number of Fury token. Oh, good grief. Gravehold suffers 5 damage. Well, I'm going to start suffering damage now. Alright, well, we got to get rid of the Provoker as quickly as possible. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get rid of Provoker. And let's see if we can get rid of him as quickly as possible. And place on top of your deck. Top card of your discard is a spell. Right, which it is because I cast a spell. Place this gem on top of your deck. What do we got here coming up? We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be really lovely if we could buy a spell at some point. Oh, of course. Yeah, give me a couple of... Oh, I am going to be needing to be able to cast a spell, right? So if I'm going to do that, I will want that gift of... Oh, that gift of spirit is going to be the first thing, then the 3 items after that. I'm going to... I'll put remain in play on there. We've got 6 now, and 6 means I can get a better spell. Deluge of Power. Yes, much, much, much better. And what are we going to do now? Oh, we are going to put this up here. Get all of this. I'll just finish bringing that up. Hey, can I? Oh no, that's only one. I'm going to be one short, of course. Deal 1 damage. And what do we want to do here? Well, we might as well put this here, put this here, put this here. Remain in play. See, we're going to get 2, 3 out of this total. So not going to be able to do much with this. Alright, let's just start focusing an extra damage breach so that we can have it at some point. Power 1, Grateful suffers 3 damage, or any player discards a card in hand. Oh. That came really early. Yeah, right. Oh, and it's a double turn right when, was it Pulverizing Ray? Yeah, Pulverizing Ray, that horrific thing. Well, I suppose 3, 4. Let's see. Well, we're not going to... Unleash twice. Any player suffers 2 damage. Oh well. This is... Grateful suffers 3 damage. Any player suffers 1 damage. Alright, who suffers 1 damage? Tokrin. Alright. Thank you. Now, let's just get rid of this guy. Thank you, please. You're welcome. Now, what are we doing here? Oh, yes, this thing. This time we really do need this, and Gravehold seems to be starting to get onto the ropes from there. Yeah, we may need that. All right, let's see. We got 5. We got 3 here. We've got return a card in your hand or discard pile to a supply pile. Gain a card from the supply that costs 2 more or 3 more if it's a relic. Well, I've already got a max expensive. Oh, in your hand or discard pile. What's in my discard pile? Well, that'll be useless to bring out now. Yes. Said, not used to really playing her. Okay, so... Oh, I can't... Oh, I can focus a breach. That's what I can do. No, there we go. Yeah, oh, that's right. She gets to go again. Let's go to topic. If you do so, gain additional 2. Let's see. Let's get this out. Let's get this out. This. So far I got 5. You may place a card in hand. Oh, okay, I don't have any cards in hand. Alright, what I'll do is I am going to grab a... I know, she wasn't supposed to be the spellcaster here. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Do I have something decent that I could actually put in? No, I really don't have anything I'm going to be converting, so I don't... Oh, that's right, I have 2... Right, 2 I could buy. No, you really can't buy a relic or anything like that. So I'd say end turn, end anyway. And this. Now, what's going to happen? 3 times in a row she goes. All right. Oh, she could actually get. Ah! What if, see, we could get. No, so. Yeah, she really can't. Yeah, nothing that we could really do with this. So let's just go on that. Let's open that up. 4 times in a row. All right. I've usually remember the times when the Nemesis goes 4 times in a row. It's not too often I run to a player getting 4 turns in a row. All right, let's just get that. Let's bring them in line at the moment. Let's park up here. A recurring Jasper and 3. Is there anything she could actually do with this? She can get an Exogranite. Oh well. Let's see. Let's do that. What do we have now? We've oh oh that's right. He has all those. He had that pulverizing ray pulverized his hand. Apparently, he should really start getting some charges. Oh, finish casting. Not much on that front. What are you going to do to me? Unleash twice. Player with the most prep spells discards the most expensive prep spell. Player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage. Oh well. Right. Spend 7. Unleash. Any player suffers 1 damage. Oh, good grief. Graveful suffers 5 damage. Are you done with me? I hope so. Now, what do we got here? No, he's not going to be spending 7, that's for sure. Let's see. Deal 1 damage or draw any ally draws. We'll just keep that parked still. He needs to get some spells, unfortunately. No real money to do so. Focus any player's breach. Any player gains 1 life for each open breach you... Oh, that's another reason why he needs to open up... I forgot that he was a healer. Well, shows you what I get for not reading what his abilities are. It shows you how much I play Tarquin also. Let's see. We're not going to get 7 there. I guess I'm going to have to do this. Continue on our way. And Rhea is back up. Let's see. Oh, actually, now she has 5. Banishing Topaz. You play a card in your hand, if deck, if you do gain an additional 2. What I'm thinking of... Oh, we went 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can get 7 by placing a card in hand on top of the deck. So I'm going to have to put the... How about the planar pocket on top of the deck? Yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll finish casting. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that gives us 7. Get rid of that. And what's in the discard pile? Oh, Pattern Strike. Well, that's an interesting thing. Pattern Strike is 4, and you may return to hand up to 2 cards from your discard pile that cost 0. Radiance is deal 5 damage. Any ally draws a card. I think I like Radiance. So what I'm going to do is I am going to... Oh, what? Oh! It goes into my hand? Well, I suppose it... Oh yeah, and place it in your hand. All right, fine. Good. Told you I didn't know Rhea all that well. Needle Ball! Wonderful! Gravehold is going to be... Oh, that's right. Keep on forgetting. Yes. We are going to be nibbled to death. Oh, his fear down is finally down to 3. Gravehold suffers 3 or unleashed twice. Well, can we... That one's really bad. Because each unleash is... At the way things are going right now, every unleash it gets is going to keep that thing going. I think that's the way things are just about designed here, is that it's going to be very, very hard to get that below 3. Alright, and there we go. And I'd say let's deal the damage because we want to get rid of that thing as fast as possible. Ignite, deal 2 damage, and we'll do that, we'll do that. And let's start to see if we can get that focus so we get a bit of extra damage. Alright, deal 5 damage. Well, 6 damage in this case. Ooh. Well, I didn't think we were going to get rid of that quickly. Alright, that's nice. And then... Let's say a link conduit. That could be useful. Well, I don't know how useful, but we'll see. Alright, so now we've got deal 2 damage. Any ally gets 1 charge. They may discard up to 2 cards in hand. If they do, they can draw a card for each one they discard that way. Now the question is, should you get it to him or to him? Needle Maw is... You got to get rid of him eventually, but the way we're being chewed up here, I guess we'll just have to go against him for the moment. Rhea is going to discard that and just that. Well, at least it just cycled a crystal through, I suppose. If I'm going to go after them, I might as well do that. Alright. Good. And... Okay, do you want to place this on top of the deck? No, I don't think we're in great need of keeping economy at the moment. 6. So what's he do again? He focuses a player's breach and the player's gains 1 life for each open breach that you have. I think I'll just open up the breach so that when I do start charging that up, I'll be able to do it the full amount. Hello. Cauterizer. Oh. Yeah. Deal 2 damage. Any ally gains 1 charge. Well, of course, that'll still only... Well, Cauterizer will be only doing 1 damage. I'm going to continue against Needle Maw for now, since that was a plan in any case. And I'll put this into here. I'll put that into there. And give it a charge. And we can hope that Rhea can go first. Oh, she doesn't have any spells out. Well, that's a bit of a problem. Well, we can... We'll just have to compensate for it by doing that. Now, let's see. Oh, do we want that on top? This card in your... Oh, a card in hand on top of your deck. You do get 2 extra. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 7 is all I really need. So, I'll say skip. Alright, we got 7 here. Should we need more pattern strike or a... Well, I can get pattern strike back. Yeah, great. Give her a spell on that matter. And take that, take that, take that. Now, ooh, of course it would be nice if she had a spell so that she would have been able to handle... Oh, this is... Oh, we'll put it there. And then we put this up here and start charging that up. Yeah. Right, let's see. Lose 4 charges. Unleash 4 times. Hmm. That's going to be nasty. Lose 4 charges. Well, we might. Well, first of all, cauterizer. Let's start to get cauterizer down since we 0 to 1. Let's bring cauterizer down a second one. All right, that should make cauterizer a lot less annoying and a lot less dangerous. Actually, how about, I think we need to get some damage going on. So actually, no, we need one more for cauterizer. We have, actually, those are pretty on the ropes. So actually, let's do it this way. All right, let's just put those together and get rid of that power and be done with it. Let's see how we're doing. We're getting beaten to death. That's what happened. That's what's happening. Spend 8. Rageborn strikes twice. Oh, good grief. Let's see. Unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 4 damage. We're done. Well, yep, that's about what I expected. Well, it looks like I got to retry with the backup team. It looks like even though they were escorting, I guess the escort team is tiring down Rageborn so that Brahma and oh yeah. Oh, I need another spell in there. Can you give us a decent spell? Essence theft. Well, maybe. So we have our escort team of Rhea and Tarquin. They wore themselves down, and they wore down Rageborn, so that Rageborn is now only at normal for the next battle. And we're going to have Brahma and Phydraxa try to take down Rageborn in the next episode of Pineleaf on Board.